Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you may be. Welcome back to the Pitch Perfect podcast with myself and Elaine. And of course, you'll be seeing a third face on the screen. We are joined by a top 40 performer in the U.S. Nationals, a top 16 performer in Calling San Diego, top 32, specifically 20th-ish, in Las Vegas that recently just happened, and also one half of the Flesh and Bed YouTube channel. So, welcome to Aurora.
Hi, how y'all doing?
Great.
Nice. Sorry, hard question for the opener.
Yeah. You're asking some really introspective stuff here, you know, So, for those who may or may not know who you are, could you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
So my name is Aurora. I'm half of the YouTube channel Flesh and Bed that I run with my partner Tegan. And we primarily do kind of like mostly Marlin content lately, but we used to be kind of infamous for kind of like Zen content and stuff like that. But we do a little mix of like competitive stuff, fun stuff, and also just like kind of like educational stuff here and there. So kind of a bit of a mixed bag for our channel, but we've been doing YouTube for I think about 2 years, maybe a year and a half, something like that. But yeah, we've been around for a while, so just excited to talk about Fab and talk about. Are we talking about Pride Month? I know. Originally, our recording was during Pride Month. Now it's a little bit out.
It's okay. Like it's a month out, but like we celebrate it all year round.
Yeah.
So like everything is a-okay here in that respect. Now, before we kind of get into things, we did have a community shout out for when we initially recorded this roughly a month ago. Was it a month ago? Oh, yeah, I guess.
Something like that.
So this was initially a shout out to Ashlyn for for finishing in the top 4 of U.S. Nationals playing Fi. And of course, you can check her out on YouTube as well. We'll put the link down below if I remember, but if I don't remember, just go and search her anyway. It's Ashlyn V3. Yes. So back to scheduled content-ish. We had initially a conversation about what we did in Flesh and Blood during Pride Month. It's now a month out. So, how have our last 2 months been in Flesh and Blood? Since we last recorded this, I guess.
It's been pretty good for me. I had a lot of fun at Pro Tour Las Vegas. I scrubbed out of the Pro Tour, but I did a little bit better than the calling, which is kind of fun. So yeah, I've been having a good time with Fab, and it was nice seeing everyone in Vegas.
Beautiful. And Elaine, you were at Vegas as well. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. I went to Vegas. Probably a very different experience than Aurora, because I didn't scrub out of anything. Not because I'm goated, but because I was just playing side events the whole weekend, which was really fun. I made like a really stupid, fatal mistake in packing for Vegas, and that is I packed my deck box with no deck inside of it, and I really should have like double, triple checked that. So I didn't actually bring any decks to Vegas, which was not the plan, but that's just kind of how it happened. So I played a lot of like limited side events for the weekend, and I had a lot of fun, and I did a lot of side questing outside the convention center too. So yeah, it was super fun. I loved it.
Yeah.
And for you, Aurora, you said you didn't do so well on the Pro Tour per se.
PT. Yeah.
But as we mentioned at the top of the show, you did pretty well at the calling. You want to tell us a little bit about that, how that went?
Yeah. So I brought Marlin for both the Pro Tour and the calling. So I think in the Pro Tour, I think I ended up like 2-5 before I kind of like just dropped to go hang out and chill. But yeah, day one of the Pro Tour didn't go super well for Marlin just because I had some weird variants and also just like some weird games. Like I got hit by a fealty to make a Warmonger's Draconic on an Oath of Loyalty turn. I'm like, oh no, I'm dead. But there are some fun stories from that weekend. Yeah, I did a lot better in the calling, so I went, I think, 10-3 in the calling. I think my losses were basically to like a super fatiguey Ira deck, the Marlin Mirror, which is very funny, and then a very like aggressive Jarl list. So overall, I'm pretty like happy with my performance. So made 20th in the calling for some min cash, which is pretty nice. And yeah, that's basically the second big event that I think I've cashed with Marlin, including like US Nats, which I think we talked about maybe on the last recording as well. But yeah, I think Marlin's pretty good. I think if you get enough practice with her, you can do pretty well at these kind of like events where people aren't really kind of respecting you, which is kind of cool.
I mean, they really should start putting some respect for your name because you're putting up results with Marlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess my last few little whiles, months, weeks, who knows, of Flesh and Blood have been a bit kind of up in the air, conflicted. As we all know, Prism has hit Living Legend, so I've been playing a bunch of different other decks. And by a bunch, I mean two. I've been playing Puffin and Syndra, and the Puffin I haven't quite felt comfortable. Not necessarily comfortable, haven't felt like the vibe, I guess. Like, I love her aesthetic, her vibe, and all that. I just haven't found the list that makes me kind of happy just yet. So I picked up Cinder again, which kind of felt like home. Away from home, I guess. Like, it's not Prism. But it was also nice not thinking as hard. And
True.
not having to worry about my love total being threatened because I have no blocks in my hand. I'm just throwing 3s and 4s constantly. And letting my opponent worry about that kind of stuff. So that was kind of nice. We did like a little armory event where the top 8 got a Antiquities pack, sorry. So I top 8 of that, I guess. Which, you know, if you ask me, is about as impressive as cashing at a calling, but who really knows? Who's to say? No. Yeah.
I think it's so impressive.
How many people were at Armory?
16.
Okay.
That's a good
Top
size.
50%, yeah.
It sounds way more impressive to say I top 8 it. But no. So that was nice. That was good. And, like, yeah. I guess now we're upcoming into Birds of the Shadow Throne. Usurp the Shadow Throne?
Usurp the
Usurp the
yeah.
Shadow Throne. I was like, Shadow the Usurp Throne. No, that's not right. We're coming up to that, so I'm very excited. Also, like, there's been a bunch of, like, warrior cards coming out, and, like, this is wild for me to say, like, what's Mr. Gambly Man's name? Olympia. The Olympia Army deck looks like fantastic. So, who knows? Maybe I'll give that a go in my search for, like, something new. That's kind of where I'm at right now, I guess.
Yeah, I was front row for the Usurp, like, the live little show in, like, Las Vegas. So, it was fun. When Chain died, it was very, very cool. There were a lot of gasps in the crowd.
It was so exciting. I was like live messaging Elaine as it was happening, and like everything I was saying, she had already seen. And now that I think about it, you probably saw it slightly before me because you were there live. There's probably some sort of delay, but I was just like,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I felt so justified in saying there's gonna be a shadow only set.
Yeah, you called it. You got it right.
Super cool.
All those people were telling me it's okay, Prism's gonna be there. I'm like, no, she's not. No.
The cope didn't work. No.
Oh no.
No, I'm a bit of a realist, you know.
Makes sense.
No, I don't actually. I don't know if I believe that, but I just didn't think that she'd be there. And like, the set still seems cool nonetheless. We didn't get our beloved Arena, but we did get a cool. We got Malice. We know what she looks like and does now, so that's cool. I guess we always knew what she looked like. We just didn't know.
Yeah. I am super, super excited about Malice, but also super bummed that like we don't have the Bonar lure that I really, really wanted. There's still time.
There's still time.
There's still time.
We can
For sure.
we can just somehow incorporate it into like the Flesh and Blood lore somehow ourselves. You know, be the change we want to see in the world.
I think it would be more dramatic if it came for the last set of Monarch had that heart-wrenching piece of lore attached to it. So we still have, I think, one more to go, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like,
most likely.
I thought like Monarch was supposed to be a trilogy, or people keep referring to, or used to keep on referring to it as like the Monarch trilogy or whatever. But like maybe like it's not a trilogy. It doesn't feel like the story's finished. But I don't know if like Usurp is like 3A or there's a 3B, or if there's just gonna be a fourth one, you know? Or maybe we like go to prequels. Let's just Star Wars it. Let's not go to prequels. Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about the set. It's cool to see like Levi also receiving her support,
Yeah.
and then a lot of people are excited for Viscerai, his new little buff boy form.
I think he looks really cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna like opt for Malice over Vis, but I think that Vis looks really cool, and I've never been a Viscerai girl.
yeah.
But I think he looks super, super cool.
You think maybe they learned something with Acilio? Like, the people of Flesh and Blood love it when the twinks become swole. Like when they die at twink death.
Unfortunate. Many cases.
Yeah. I mean, granted, like, Twink Acilio is still, like, the more playable one at the moment. But, like, flavorfully, people loved Big Acilio. And people are, like, frothing over Jack Viscerai.
There's like something that like LSS doesn't understand, that not every hero needs to be hot. And I'm not like complaining about it. I'm just saying they only make hot heroes.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not complaining. Just putting
I'm
it
not
out there.
complaining about it.
No.
Yes. So, we are once again here for you, Aurora. And we've already broken the fourth wall. We're going to be asking you basically the same questions over again.
Sure. Yeah. It's all good.
So, you're known for playing a large variety of heroes over on your channel. Of course, after the large period of Zen-focused content that you're talking about previously. What is it about playing such a diverse set of heroes that appeals to you, and did your affinity, like, play a diverse set of heroes kind of have an effect on your recent deck choice? Of course, being Marlin across US Nets, and now Pro Tour and calling Las Vegas. Not necessarily the most mainstream choice. What's your, like, deck decision process like?
Yeah, I think Ranger's currently like probably it's like down there in terms of like most supported class or like least supported classes in the game or whatever, which will probably change in future sets. But like I think I'm kind of drawn to. So it's actually kind of funny. When I started playing Zen, I was initially drawn to Zen like at MST release when everyone was like dooming on him as like kind of like a worse version of Katsu. So I like picked up the deck, and then I quickly realized that like this deck is like actually like insanely broken. It's gonna leave like LL in like a few months, right? So I kind of am drawn a little bit to like underdog kind of heroes a bit. So that's also kind of like a little bit what drew me to Marlin, is it kind of had a lot of, or she kind of had like a lot of very similar finicky kind of play patterns where you like have to do some like funky things to actually like get the deck to work. Kind of like Zen, where you're like transcending and stuff, like very kind of tactile is kind of a way to describe it. That's kind of like what spoke to me about Marlin, especially like when High Seas came out. It was like kind of a little bit of an underdog hero. The deck was like very just had a lot of interesting kind of play patterns, which I was kind of drawn to. And I've basically been playing her ever since Zen LL'd, basically. So she's been a lot of fun. I think she's like my personal opinion, I think she's probably like top 3 most fun heroes in the game, maybe something like that. But yeah, I really like her play patterns a lot, and I'm actually going to be really excited for whatever the new card is, the new SERP. Apparently in one of like the little pamphlets that they gave out, James Lloyd mentioned that he's very excited for like the Marlin card in the next set, which is very cool.
He does this, doesn't he? Just sneaky little things that give you hope, like when he told me that Shiana's getting support in the set after Monarch.
Well, Shiana like always gets support.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah. But no, he loves the cheeky little tease, and like honestly, so do we. Um,
Yeah.
so that's very exciting. It'd be cool to see what Marlon does get. Like, we've seen her kind of get more and more credits through this expansion slot. And it's kind of like how we expect most heroes to kind of get their natural progression, at least in Modern Flesh and Blood, is this expansion slot. But like, I've got one friend who's very much also played Marlon since she came out, and we'll find different ways to try to tackle the metagame and stuff. And like, her deck looks pretty good. Her cards are pretty good. There's a lot of damage and a lot of disruption.
Yeah.
So
it's like probably one of the most rewarding decks in the sense that like if you practice it enough and you get really good at the play patterns, you can like kind of know how to bail yourself out of like really weird situations. But she's also like incredibly punishing, so like very difficult to get onto for like new players, and especially like people who like haven't played the deck before. It's like very not counterintuitive, some of the things you have to do.
Yeah, not necessarily having a weapon that you can, or like the means to attack every turn because of how deck's structured. Very cool, very interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I know you have a love for thumbnails. We've talked about thumbnails twice now. And you have very vibrant and eye-catching YouTube thumbnails, making reference to various memes, both in and out of the Flesh and Blood universe. What kind of inspiration do you take when you create these thumbnails? Do you have some sort of like consistency in your branding, logos, colors, etc., that you try to maintain, or is it just like creative free-for-all?
Yeah. So I think the way that our kind of like channel, I guess, work, or it's not really work, but like the way we kind of like do the creative distribution, I guess, of things for the channel is like I normally handle like most of like the front facing content and kind of like the thumbnail stuff, and then Tegan handles like the editing and kind of some of like the planning for various things that we kind of like do on our channel. So like that's kind of like how our work is distributed. So I'm primarily the thumbnail person, but yeah, for thumbnails, typically like my main focus is like just having like something that's like kind of funny or just kind of like topical, and then having like very bold kind of visible text, just so like people can like read it, especially on like very, very small screens, which is like what a lot of YouTube is like people looking at their phones, right? And then just like keeping colors and stuff kind of interesting. So like I try to like incorporate a lot of like fab art or just like memes or what have you, just to kind of like make it a little bit more eye-catching, I guess. But that's kind of like the main components of thumbnails, is just like very, very bright, kind of bold text, cool art, and then also maybe just like a little bit of a funny aspect to kind of give people like a little bit of a giggle every now and again. But yeah, I really like kind of just making thumbnails for a channel. It's something that takes a little bit of effort depending on the day. Like I normally spend anywhere from like 10 to 30 minutes making thumbnails for each video. But I think it's like pretty rewarding in the sense that I feel like our channel gets a lot of notoriety because of it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're like so funny and iconic. Anytime I'm on Bluesky and I see that y'all posted a video, I'm always like, let me go check out this thumbnail.
Yeah, the videos sometimes leave a little bit to be desired, but the thumbnails always go hard, which is kind of cool.
No longer YouTube content creators, we're just thumbnail content creators.
Exactly.
Call yourself a nail technician the way you work on that thumbnail, you know, like.
Yep. I tried.
I don't know why I said that.
No, I like it.
That's funny. Building on like the thumbnail conversation, what kind of things are you as like a consumer looking for in a thumbnail, and like what might drive you away from a video if you see it on a thumbnail, or like towards a video? Like what makes you want to click on a video?
So I think for me, typically, like really important to have like a compelling kind of how do you say it? Maybe like a kind of like draw-in or something, like an attention getter, kind of like just like maybe saying something that's like controversial, like, oh, Leviah is like the best hero in Usurp or something like that, which maybe she is, like who knows, like something to kind of like get viewers' attention. So I think I'm actually planning a stream tomorrow where I'm doing like all in Olympia, where I'm just gonna try to make as much gold as possible or something like that. But having like a very like good attention grabber is pretty important, and also just like having your thumbnail be like very clear and kind of easy to read from a distance is I think really important as well. So just like so Tegan actually helps a couple other like content creator folks out in like the little content creator Discord or whatever, and often like what they'll see is basically like the thumbnail like looks super good like up close on like a big screen, right? But if you like shrink it down, you can't like read any of the text, or like the colors are off or something. So I think a lot of people struggle with that, like myself included. Sometimes it's like very difficult to make a very readable, like super visible thumbnail. But I think like a lot of people, it's like a skill you kind of gotta practice, right?
Yeah, that's a really good point. It's like trying to translate it from like when you see it on YouTube, it's only this big. It's very tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely have some tiny text in ours. Maybe we need to revisit that.
Yeah, I mean, like, everyone's at different points, right, in their content creator journey, right? So what works for me maybe doesn't work for, like, everyone. But these are just, like, kind of general principles, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, Kiki is the, like, you of our channel, and I'm the Tegan of our channel, so Kiki
Nice.
usually just, like, sends them to me, and I'm like, wow, that's so beautiful. How'd you do that?
Yeah.
And then no one's going to be able to read it.
But
true.
I think they look great.
Thank you.
I think your thumbnails look really good. I think, like, for the most part, like, a lot of the fab thumbnails are pretty good. The only, like, ones that, like, actively, like, go, like, yuck or you is, like, just, like, any AI thumbnails, which I've seen, like, kind of an uptick in recently, which is always a little bit disappointing, but...
We're anti-AI here. It's okay.
Yeah.
No, gross. I mean, I'm an environmental scientist, so I just, like, I can't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I know there was like a big discourse about it a couple months ago, like when we were, I think, recording the first episode, or like the original episode. So it was like a little bit more on my mind back then. But like, I think it's still like a problem. Some content creators have actually done I'm not gonna like say names or anything, but some folks have actually like used or like started making their own thumbnails as opposed to using AI, which is kind of cool.
That's good.
Yeah, so maybe it's actually gotten better recently. But for the people who do use AI, if you can look past the obviously like societal, environmental concerns or whatever, which you shouldn't, like just if you look past those, like even like the thumbnails just like in a vacuum, if there's like no more morality to like AI or whatever, like the thumbnails just like look worse and they like drive people away, so like you shouldn't do it.
And then once you're done looking past it, go back and revisit that though.
Yes, go back and revisit that though, because you need to work on that as well.
You also need to do some self-reflection if you're looking past that. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just encourage people, like especially if they're like starting a channel, is to like make sure that you put in, like, it's worth the effort you put in. Like a lot of people will respond positively if you make your own stuff as opposed to like generating it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to think that like most people who use AI just are unaware of all the morality behind it, and just kind of like use it, and then maybe if they use it and people like call it out and do some education around AI, then like they won't use it anymore. Hopefully, right? That's what I like to. That's what I like to tell myself. When that doesn't happen, I'm a little bit like, ugh.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but yeah.
We try our best to like kind of hopefully steer people away from AI. I think I did like a video recently where I basically like recorded my thumbnail making process. I think it was for like a video, or it was a thumbnail where I basically had, I think Victor was leaving at the time, so I made Jarl like an anthropomorphic horse or something like that, and I like recorded my process of like kind of collaging that together. But yeah, I don't know. It's worth the effort you put in, I guess. It's just like a good way to kind of connect with your viewers and stuff.
Yeah. we get to see a bit more of like what the creator actually is like, right? Like
Yeah.
you get a bit more of you, your heart, your soul, what makes you you, and ultimately, people are why we're in Flesh and Blood, right? Like we don't play a faceless sort of game where you're just raw numbers, whatever. Like there's communication in this game, there's a connection.
Yeah.
And that's true of your thumbnails too. You know, we want to see your personality.
Yeah. Right.
Like why we should visit your channel, what makes you you.
Yeah.
Over here we like a lot of pastel pink, so that's why that's most of our
Pastel
thumbnails.
pink. I also like pastel pink. I think we have that as our icon on our
Yes.
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty similar pinks, yeah.
I think ours is like a little
This is,
brighter.
I want to say, yeah.
May not as pastel.
Yeah, when I made our little crossover promotional post before we recorded initially, I did notice our logos kind of had a similar formula of being like pink with black outline, or pink with black lining, and yeah, that
Pink's
part's a
a good
similar
color.
vibe, and then it gets to the actual thumbnails, and yours are like, bam, bright colors, and I was like, here's our guest.
Yeah.
Here are pretty pictures of our guests.
I mean, knowing your audience is also important, right?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I think like maybe my viewers expect like a very maybe more clickbaity kind of like funny like thumbnail, but like if the mood of your thumbnails is maybe like a little bit more like better for your community, you know, it's not like necessarily one style is better than the other, you know.
And then we threw it all out the window when we did like the New York Knicks themed Pitch Perfect podcast
Yeah.
thumbnail episode. It was like, I don't know how many of our like we necessarily have that many sports fans. Like it's probably a lower percentage of sports fans that follow our channel specifically, but like to those three, like we've catered to them.
Well, we don't want to put our viewers in a box. We ourselves are sports fans, so.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
As an aside, did I
The
tell you that
Knicks.
Logan called me out on like the national Germany nationals? Was it Germany? Yeah, I think it was. The
You got
German
called out
nationals
on stream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He called me out for supporting the Knicks, which is so funny.
I already got in an argument about the Knicks and Spurs during the final season with Logan on Discord. Just can't win. You just can't win, you know?
Can't win.
And that thumbnail, I'm wearing a Spurs jersey. Anyway, not to turn this into another basketball themed episode. Okay, so we initially filmed this at the end of Pride Month. It's now a month after Pride, as we mentioned. But of course, that doesn't mean we stop being prideful about who we are, especially in our Flesh and Blood community. So, what does Pride and Flesh and Blood mean to you? How do you celebrate Pride and Flesh and Blood?
Yeah, it's a good question. So I think I've been out, I want to say almost like 8 to 10 years or something. I've been out for a while. I've been around the block. But yeah, I like for Pride for me, I guess it's more about kind of like interfacing with the community rather than I guess like kind of like the events or like festivities around Pride. I'm kind of like on the spectrum, so like the big parades and stuff, they kind of like overwhelm me a little bit. But like what we kind of do, at least for our channel, is like try to connect with like the broader like queer community and like kind of create a little bit of a space for it. So like we recently did like kind of a 24, not recently, it was like a couple months ago, but like to celebrate our like 2K subs for the channel, we did like a little donation kind of stream where we raised a lot of money for New Avenues for Youth, which like is a charity that kind of helps like queer kids in Oregon basically. So we kind of like try to use our platform to hopefully just like help folks out and also like just give a platform for like other queer content creators or like artists and stuff like that to kind of have a space that we can like collaborate and stuff like that. So that to me is like more what Pride Month is for me, is just like interfacing with the community, and also it's just like really nice to just see a bunch of queer folks in the community as well, like especially at like PT Vegas, Nats, just like all around. So I'll stop my answer there, but that's how I kind of think about it.
That's beautiful. Yeah, like, you know, like you mentioned, there is more to Pride than just the literal big celebrations and flashy sort of things, and it's not for everyone. But it's really cool that like you're making the community involved, giving them spaces, like, and hosting these sort of like meaning tangible things for the community, both inside and out. Like that was a legitimate charity, which has nothing to do with Flesh and Blood, that you are like actively helping and working towards, whilst also providing both content and like a creative space for people to like get amongst. So that's really cool.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
What about for yourself, Kiki?
For me,
Yeah.
I'm just gay online. No, no, like obviously, like to various extents, like I kind of have done both with you by my side and separately, like various ventures. Like, of course, there's the Rainbow Foils Discord that I've kind of like let it become its own thing now at this point. Like, I'm not so heavily involved with the maintenance of that every day now. I'm just kind of there just in case something goes wrong and so on and so forth. But I'd like, that was something that came up way back early in the days of Flesh and Blood, when we were just trying to figure out what kind of space we have. And of course, it all started because like I had Pride nails on during one calling event, and then I happened to like get to the finals of said calling, and then people would comment about like how it was cool to see someone queer like at a higher stage of the game back when I was like good. That's not actually true. I think I'm better now than I was then, just the world also got better. But like I was number 4 in the world once upon a time. But like seeing that, being like I always wanted someone to like look up to in like the spaces I like, the card game spaces, and I was like, wait, I could just try to be that person. And then that shifted from me trying to be that person to trying to bring other people up to that level and higher, which is why we started like the Rainbow Pitch League, to try to get more people into a spotlight, into roles of leadership in the community. And like, you know, I guess it's kind of like the it takes a village kind of mindset, to an extent, where like it's all good and nice to have like specific community pillars holding up a community, but if we can get like more people bringing everyone up, then like it's just more empowering. So like, yeah, something that I've noticed in like our community of Flesh and Blood players, and also like other trading card games communities, don't get me wrong, like it happens in a lot of them, but there can always be more, and I just kind of love seeing that growth, both like within our community and outside the community, supporting our community.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I celebrate it. Also, I do buy nails and some sort of pride flag for every event.
Nice.
Still. Just in case, you know. Occasionally they put me still on camera. And like, in case people aren't aware, we gotta show up.
Yeah.
How would you celebrate Pride? How do you? Like,
Me? I think a lot of what you said like echoes true to me. I mean, like Pitch Perfect itself was born as not a safe space. I mean, not a safe space, but it was like born specifically for like them presenting people in the community to be a safe space for them. And then through like my friendship with you, we kind of tried to expand that vision into like what other areas in the community need safe spaces, and expanding that to like the queer community, and trying to provide some like community there, and like building communities and pillars, and with the Rainbow Pitch League. So I think like my biggest thing is just trying to support the queer community and other queer creators in the game. And like it's been really special to me how this channel and like our friendship and all of our endeavors that we've taken on in Flesh and Blood have kind of like always been focused on that mission. And I can't really speak of things that haven't happened, but I can say that like for like 2 years now, you and I have been working on projects that have still like yet to see fruition, that I think if we ever like finally get to the point that they will, it's like will drive the community to even greater lengths. And so yeah, I think it's really like special and important. I really like value I really just value our friendship and like the way that you help me celebrate Pride and Flesh and Blood.
Also, I like you just threw in just like a cheeky little teaser there for something that may or may not happen one day, but just like, hey, if it happens, y'all will know.
It'd be cool.
Like,
if it happens, you'll know. If it happens,
it'll
know.
This project that may or may not happen one day is not a subtle project. At least not to us anyway. So.
Not to us. That's why it's been going on behind the scenes for 2 years, because it would take a lot to pull off. So we'll see.
Maybe
may or
one
may
day.
not happen. Maybe one day.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to expand on that. Because if it doesn't happen, I don't want to let people down.
True. Keep it a surprise.
But if it does, boy howdy. Yeah, so we usually have a guest special segment. And if I remember correctly, we kind of came up with this one on the fly last time. And the idea was to try to build our thumbnail for this episode. We don't have cameras or anything set up for that. We didn't then, we still don't now. But I'm going to delete the previous one that we had.
It's making me laugh looking at it.
I just deleted all of it from like the live show notes.
Yep.
And we're going to come up with a new thumbnail right now with our thumbnail queen, Aurora.
Do we want to not use the previous idea? Because the previous idea was very funny.
It was pretty funny.
I kind of deleted it all. Okay, maybe.
Well,
we
can like
undelete it because it was undeleted. But we'll do.
We could talk. We could talk about the previous one.
it.
Well, let's make a new one. Okay.
We could do both.
So
yeah.
I think last time I like was riffing off the idea of Pride Month, and I was like, okay, well we're Flesh and Bad, like we make a lot of like shameful misplays on our channel. So I'm like, okay, Pride and shame, we have two opposite sides of like a thumbnail. And then I think we also like ended up talking about like cats or something last episode, and then I was like, oh, we should put like a cat in like a cone as like the shame side, and I thought that would be funny. But anyways, that was our last thumbnail. Let's try to see if we can come up with something maybe a bit more evocative. I'm trying to think what would be like a good idea.
We have an additional month's worth of pop culture references potentially that could come up. What happened? I don't know where this
what
month's
happened?
gone.
We were talking about Wrath Month also. Is that canonically like what queer month it is right now?
I think so. Everyone tells me that after Pride it's Wrath. I don't know if that's like actually true in terms of like the sequence or whatever, but like we could.
Why not? Yeah. Maybe we can make like a queer Wrath Month thumbnail or something like that. That'd be kind of funny. Like maybe we have like YouTube make like these like really angry like YouTuber faces, and we're like arguing on opposite sides of the thumbnail or something like that.
Angry YouTuber faces. Kiki and I need to like practice our YouTuber faces, so this is good.
Yeah.
I don't use that on a lot of my thumbnails just because like it's a pain in the ass, and I like don't like taking pictures of myself like all the time. But like I don't know, that could be funny. Like you two like looking like angry at me, and I'm just like staring back at you like both just like angry at each other. that would give me a chuckle.
Here at the Pitch Perfect podcast, we get into fights with our guests.
I just say we could make it look like some tea happened on the episode. Like you have to tune in. Yeah,
like we're arguing. Maybe we have like Pride Month crossed out as Wrath Month now or something like that. We can use some. You could use some of the usurp art as well. It's like very.
It's very angry.
It's
creepy.
Very creepy.
Very angry.
Yeah. Very metal. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I would do. That's my final answer. Something riffing off that.
Just like edit your face onto like Viscera, and then somehow both Elaine and my faces on the dead chain.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a thumbnail for I'm also a member of like the Jartcast, which is with a podcast with me, Ellie, Tegan, Rob, and John. So we're like all friends. We had like a thumbnail today that was using like the little image of like Viscera like backing away from Chain, but I also like edited Olympia on there and put the Golden Grail where the sword and Chain is, so it was like Olympia killed Chain instead of Viscera. But yeah, I don't know. I like it. It's goofy.
Mm-hmm. Also gonna be a big part of this. This can't be too serious.
Yeah.
Now, if anyone's ever seen like my social media work for my actual day job, none of the posts are ever serious ever.
Nice. You do like social media managing stuff?
Like, if you want to put a title on it, yes. What I actually do, well, outside of being a manager that works retail, but in terms of social media stuff, is I make silly jokes and put our logo in weird, compromising places where like a three-headed cute little dog shouldn't be.
Nice.
Yeah. You can tell if it's like me making the post or like my boss making the post, because his ones are all very serious, using proper imaging, no editing, all the proper details, and I'm just like, this character's wearing a hoodie, how can I like Photoshop the dog into the hoodie so it looks like the head is just poking out? Yeah. But it's like fun. A lot of the stuff I like do editing wise for this channel I end up just like using for work as well. And occasionally I'll invoice my boss and be like, hey, my like editing software subscription costs this much. You want to pay it this month? Huh? I've done it like twice when I was like low on money for whatever reason, but
Did he pay?
Yeah.
huh? Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he's just like, yeah, you just take money out the till. I'm like, okay. So
New Zealand is
yeah.
so nice.
It's true.
Yeah. Like, we're like slightly below Canadians, probably. Like, from what I hear anyway.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to make this thumbnail? Oh, sorry.
I can make the thumbnail. Yeah, when you have the episode out. But yeah, I can totally like knock this out.
It'll be Thursday, a week from today. No, yeah. Wait.
Oh yeah, this will be it. Yeah, this will be an easy thumbnail. Just send me some like face references and I can like chop it out and like edit it. But yeah, just like look angry and intimidating.
Got it.
You can do it.
Is this
That
right?
also works, yeah.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Yeah. But yeah, I can totally do it.
Okay. I mean, not to put more work on you, but
No. This will take me like 30 minutes tops.
So me editing thumbnails takes like 1 to 2 hours because I'm like, this feels too many pixels too high. Let's move it down slightly. Nope. Like, I'm very particular and pedantic. It takes me far too long.
Yeah.
I think I noticed that about like when on the rare occasions where I edited an episode or a video or whatever, it takes me so much longer than Elaine. Like, she'll just
You
bang
edit
it
with
out
the
because of that.
timeline zoomed all the way in. And I edit it with it like out.
If there's like a random like noise bump or something, I want to remove that. Like,
Yeah.
I will functionally watch the entire video for every little sound part that I can cut out. I'm like, no, I breathed too loudly there. Let's cut that out. Let's mute that portion of it. That little 0.2 seconds worth of like breathing, can't have it.
Can't have it. I used to edit a couple of our videos and it was so time consuming. I'm glad Tegan helps with that. It's actually kind of a lot of effort for our channel.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm thankful Elaine does most of it.
Yeah, that's true. It's always good to have a partner. Like, I think a lot of the cooler YouTube, like, a lot of like the YouTube channels that like put out content super like regularly and like with a consistency level, like normally have like 2 people working on it. It's very hard to do like alone.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, I could not do it alone. No. I don't know how people do it alone.
It's hard
I would not be able to do it.
because you have to be the front-facing person, you have to be the editor, you have to put out all the social media, you have to do all the like the background work, labeling, whatever. You know, it's
Yeah,
a lot of work.
My social battery's drained just listening to that. Like, I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not even like the literal work side of things. Like, I love getting excited about little things to share with Elaine and being like, look at this! Look at what we did, or look at what we can do, look at this little image I made, so on and so forth. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. You have no one to send that to.
yeah. Like, it makes it more fun.
I think it also really helps just with like creativity, like coming up with ideas is a lot easier when you have like 2 people versus just 1 person.
Yeah. Yeah. Our coming up with like spoiler videos and stuff, like all of that is like such a fun creative process when you have someone to do it with along the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, we have some listener questions from a month ago. The last one is maybe not relevant anymore, but we'll get to that later. So Tashiasha on Bluesky asked a question to both you and to both Tegan. Tegan is not here with us, but Tegan did answer the question on Bluesky. So the question to Tegan was, would you rather see tomes unbanned, but the only wizard is still Ocilio, or have CC blazed? And Tegan answered CC blaze. Now, to you, Aurora, favorite Marlin tech piece you've ran in early Marlin builds? I miss blue sleep darts sometimes.
Blue sleep dart's really cool. There's also, we ran like blue drill shot for a while because you could like use sea lace to give it a go again. You get like kind of like a 0 for 3-ish, which was kind of fun. I missed drill shot a bit. I'm trying to think what other like spicy Marlin tech we had early on. People were trying out like fire in the hole, which is like one of those buffs from High Seas where it lets you like tap your cannon twice. You used to run that to like fatigue matchups, but I don't know if you need it as much anymore. But that card was also a lot of fun. But yeah, Marlin's fun here. She's got like a lot of really interesting cards in her card pool. It's just like the like she needs like a little bit more like expansion slot juice, kind of like Vincent. But she's very, very close, I think.
I love that you're describing a card as like, you know, what's it, drill shot? As like a 0 for 3. And then like the only thought that crossed my mind was like, you have to jump through so many hoops for that.
Yeah.
And then Sidra just
that's why we got it
as like baseline.
Yeah. You have to like have it face down in your arsenal, and you can't let it face up or it won't get to go again. I don't know. There's a lot of hoops to jump through just to get your 0 for 3. But still, it was fun.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's just, Marlin's giving me those, at least in the Al vibes, which is like, you know that quote where she was like, I actually love the struggle, it makes me feel alive, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Like, that's the energy I'm getting right now.
Yeah. That is kind of like the energy. She feels like she's very, you have like a lot of tools, but you gotta like make the most out of them.
Mm-hmm. That's very rewarding when it pays off. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna reword Ren's question real quick. Ren asks, do you have any dreams or crazy predictions for Usurp the Shadow Throne based off the teasers we've received over the last month and a bit?
Yeah, well, we got some new teasers.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, there have been more teasers since this point. And also we know the name of the set now, right?
Yeah.
True.
So, yeah. What do you predict you're going to see in the set?
I'm pretty excited. I think the hero that probably speaks the most to me is like Malice. I think that like she's gonna be really cool. Like having allies with Blood Debt seems like it's maybe like the start of an ally deck that has like a very meaningful drawback, which is kind of cool. Like whereas like with Gravy, there's not really like Gravy has like some downside in the sense that you can't go like as wide necessarily with like compared to like some illusionists or ally based decks in the past. But yeah, we'll kind of have to see how like Malice shakes out. It could very well be that there is no like downside to the allies, which is also potentially could happen. But it seems like they're maybe moving in a direction where it's a little bit more fair potentially. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, of course, you can play out the Blood Debt allies with the Duke Gates Tiara though, but
yeah,
there is a cost to having them and like being able to play them. Also, so far they've all been zero cost 3s, is that correct?
I think so, yeah.
Do you think we're gonna get any other funky numbers?
Potentially. It seems like they're kind of trying to go for more of a Dromai thing, but they also like want you to run blues because the zombies that they create are like 2 cost, I think, right? So like you have to like pay 1 to tap, give it like a 2 attack with it, and then you also have to like pay 2 to get it out. So like you can't just go like this full red line probably. You have to do like a little bit of a mix if you want to like clear that blood depth, which is kind of cool. So I really like it when decks just like have to run blues and you can't just do like the red light thing like Dromai used to do.
Yeah.
I think it makes it a little bit cooler. And on the counter side, I guess like with Gravy, right? Like you just can run every blue in the game basically, and there's no like your blues are basically red. So like that doesn't also solve the problem. But if you like run blues to downsides, it's pretty cool.
We can just like carry on this conversation, I guess, a little bit real quick. What do you expect from Viscerai? Because like Viscerai is obviously quite different to the original printing. This one doesn't like throw out rune chants anywhere near to the same extent, and of course it has a second side. Like, what do you expect? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
The baby.
The baby.
What are you expecting from Viscerai?
I've seen some really cool Viscerai cards without like any like without knowing any of the set. Or sorry, I've seen like some cool deck builds, I guess, recently. So like people have been like I've seen someone sent me like a red line Viscerai deck, which is like trying to kind of do the chain thing where you're like banishing cards off the top and you randomly hit like a blood debt 0 for 5 and then you just get to send it. It very much seems like maybe a more fair version of chain, but like a more fair version of chain is also like potentially terrifying.
Still
like
yeah,
it's very chain-esque. Like I think like you can run a mix of like the blood deck cards as well, so like the Vincent cards, like the rune gates, those are also potentially kind of compelling. So I can see like a lot of different builds. It kind of depends how it shakes up, but like he's looking very, very strong. At least is from what I'm seeing with like people kind of throw together.
Okay.
But
wild prediction: are we going to see Livia make the top 8 of a Pro Tour within the first year of the set coming out?
She has to, right? Like, there's no way that you release a Livia set and don't make her the most busted hero in the set. I don't know.
Yeah, this one hero, and I have 2 full sets for her, and then also busted on and expansion slot cards. It's like, surely, right?
Surely now we figured it out. Only took making like an ally token on hit, which is like you can't swing with the ally token, but it does give you like a bit of value, blood debt enablement and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I imagine like I played a little bit of Livia on stream the other week, and that deck just seemed like very, very strong with especially like the new cards they spoiled. Soul of Existence also kind of busted in that deck. Just having a 4-pitch in Brute is kind of nutty if you like pitch it to Blood Rush.
God, I really want the Marvel for that.
Oh yeah. It looks so nice, yeah.
That card also like trolled me on stream because I was playing against a Vincent, I pitched it, and then they called me in response because I took a damage. Like that's the first time I've seen that happen, basically.
That's so funny.
So it's like my turn, I'm like sending an attack, and then they call me in response because like I took damage from the cost of the Soul of Existence.
Conversely, though, it's also a sick way to like enable your own calls, right? Because like if you take damage as well, you can play call. Is that correct? Yeah.
I believe so. So it's pretty neat. But yeah, I like that. I also like that that's like the last Fable. It seems like a good one to kind of end it on. I know people, the last gem, exactly. I think like people have gotten like a little bit tired of the gems, which is like reasonable, especially like the price point and stuff. But I think that giving one final like hurrah for them in a very cool way is pretty neat.
As someone who's taken the time to learn how to ride an Arcanic, like I really want the Marvel, but there's like very little chance of me obviously getting it. But this is my
just rip some packs.
Just rip some
you
packs.
You can do it.
just 120,000 of them, probably.
Hopefully.
No, I'm gonna open one in a prize pack and I'll give it to you.
The move is you gotta go to your pre-release, and then like they put the prize. So like RLGS kind of does this thing where they put the prize back on the table, and the winner of the game at pre-release like gets the pack. I've gotten like a Ziggy marble doing that, and I always feel like terrible with when my opponent's like, oh no. Yeah. Be careful opening your prize packs in front of your opponents.
At my locals, it always goes to second place. Not like by intent, but like the sheer number of like cold foil haunted creatures that went to second place in my store, like just through like the prizes at the end of the event, is like 3 or 4, which is ridiculous that it's always gone to second place.
I never, like, pre-release, I don't open anything good. I open good things at Armory, like regular Armory prize packs. I never open anything good at pre-releases. In fact, at Omen's pre-release, I was, like, in line to get my kit, and the guy, well, you know Luke, Anarchy Please, like, he was in front of me to get his kit. And then the guy, like, hands him the pre-release kit, and Luke is like, oh, is this the one with, like, the busted pools? And he was like, oh, no, that's this one, haha. Like, you know, joking.
Yeah.
Like, no one knows what's in them. But he hands Luke a different one, and so then Luke hands me the one that he originally had. And then and then I opened nothing, and Luke opened up Marvel. I was like, what the heck is going on? I'm so annoyed. Yeah, that one should have been mine. I was next in line. Like, some bullshit. I don't open anything good at pre-releases.
Get him canceled.
Yeah. No. No.
Name and shame the store right now.
No. Yeah, exactly.
No one needs to be canceled.
We talked about the 3 heroes for that. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for once again rejoining us.
Of course,
great to have
blast.
As I say, as always, again.
Again.
And of course, we're gonna look forward to like hopefully doing some stuff with y'all in the future. But for the meantime, do you have anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah, a couple folks in the community. So I think Ellie's starting a new adventure over at Fresh and Buds. So I think she's co-hosting now, which is pretty cool. And then also shout out to Lilith or Scorched Rose on Discord. She has her own kind of YouTube channel. I think it's called Ghostly Quarters, where she's doing a lot of like gravy content as well. And she's also like a member of the community as well, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I think those are 2 main shout outs. Any other shout outs? I don't know. Just those.
Your co-host.
Yeah, just me.
So not your co-host, confirming. Well, not your co-host, your
Oh, my partner. Yeah. Shout out to Tegan as well. Yes. Yeah, of course.
Yes, of course.
And how can we find you on the internet? Should we want to talk to you about Flesh and Blood?
Yeah, we have a YouTube channel, Discord, and then if you want to argue with Tegan about Flesh and Blood in any capacity, you can go follow us on Bluesky as well. 90% of the time it's Tegan posting, and then I chime in like maybe 10% or something like that. But yeah, I think those are the main places, and then I'm always around like Purple Discord or whatever if you want to ask me about Marlin. I may or may not answer though.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And of course, Elaine, we can find you at...
I am just ham on tree and everything. Ham on tree, like bacon on bush or pork on shrubbery. It's all just one word. Yeah, and what about you, Kiki?
You can find me at Kiki_LA93 on Twitter. You can find me at kikibird.bsky.social on Bluesky. And of course, you can find our channel on both of these. Pitch Perfect Fab on Twitter, Pitch Perfect Pod on Bluesky, and of course we have a Discord as well. And there's the Rainbow Pitch League Discord, which at some point things will happen again. Hopefully, no, hopefully it will happen. We're not manifesting that.
It will happen.
It will happen. It will happen.
Yeah.
But until then, thank you again for joining us. Thank you, viewers, for watching, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye.
See ya. Bye.